I've been meaning to cover this topic for a while now, but for some reason I kept putting it off. So I went to the doctor the other day and I had such an experience, and I thought, you know what? I have to make that video. Now is the time for me to make that video. So in this video, I'm talking about how to navigate UK's healthcare system, or how to access the UK healthcare system, especially if you're someone who has recently relocated from your country of origin, from Zimbabwe, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, or any other part of the world. If you've recently relocated and now you're here, you're wondering, how am I going to access healthcare here in the UK? So that's what I'm going to cover in this video. And by the way, don't forget to like this video. Now then, among the many things I admire about the UK is its healthcare system. It is arguably one of the best in the world. So what does that mean for someone who has relocated from their country of origin to settle in the United Kingdom? The first thing to know is that the UK has a government-sponsored universal healthcare system called the National Health Service, commonly known as the NHS. The NHS consists of a series of publicly funded healthcare systems in the UK. It includes the National Health Service, England, NHS Scotland, NHS Wales, and Health and Social Care in Northern Ireland. When I relocated from Zimbabwe to the UK, the first thing I did was register with my local GP. This is something you may want to do if you've recently moved to the UK and intend to live here for a considerable period or permanently. Typically, patients will access the GP service via one of three routes, or routes as some like to call it. 1. The NHS website. 2. The NHS app. 3. The GP practice website. Once a patient accesses the service, the GP practice will check to see if they live within the catchment area. They'll also make an attempt to match you to your NHS number. If you do not already have an NHS number, you will be assigned one during registration. In the UK, usually your NHS number is assigned to you soon after birth or the first time you get NHS care or treatment. Also, during registration, the patient will be given the option to sign in with their NHS login account to make things easier. You can access your records online and via different NHS or GP apps. Something to note is that registration triggers the GP registration process, which includes transferring your records from your old GP practice to the current one, the one you are registering with. This is done securely in accordance with the patient confidentiality guidelines, meaning they use appropriate emailing system and so forth. In some cases, the GP will require information from the patient themselves, especially for someone who is coming from abroad. They may need some details from you. The GP practice then manually sets up everything and enters you, the patient, in their clinical system. They will enter your details, your preferred email address, your phone number, and so on. Then after that, you're registered in the patient clinical system. Once that is complete, the GP practice notifies you, the patient, that the registration is complete via a service called NHS Notify. Now, as I'm already in the system, the second part of this video, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to demonstrate how I was able to access care to go to the doctor. So the second part is kind of like a mini vlog. So I'm going to demonstrate and I'm going to show you how I was able to go about things. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. So at the moment, it's 2 minutes to 8 in the morning. I'm just waiting by the phone to call my GP at 8 o'clock exactly. So I'm keeping an eye on the clock. I have my cup of tea, so I'm just waiting. So hopefully I'll be able to get an appointment, because sometimes it gets really busy and sometimes it's even hard to get through. So that's why I need to make sure that 8 o'clock I'm on the phone. So a few more seconds. Yeah. So I'm number 13 in the queue, so I have to wait my turn. Oh, hello, good morning. My name is Betham Kutsani. I'm just phoning to see if it's possible for me to make an appointment with the GP, please, today. Here, the person on the phone will ask for a brief description of your symptoms. It's to determine whether you need urgent medical care or how soon you need to see the doctor or speak with the doctor. It's done for triaging purposes. All right, thank you very much. Bye. So yeah, it's good news. I managed to get an appointment today with the GP, but I don't know when the GP is going to call me. So I'm just going to be by the phone. If it's going to take hours, all day, that's what I'm going to do because I don't know what time the GP is going to call me. So yeah, that's the first step done. So I'm just going to wait. So during the conversation, I went into detail about my symptoms. I told the doctor what was wrong, what was bothering me, and everything. So we had a good chat about my problem. So the GP finally called me and we had a chat about my problem. And I've been told that a referral is going to be made with the relevant clinicians. And because my condition is not urgent or an emergency, I don't need to go to the hospital or to A&E or anything like that. So I've been advised to take painkillers as and when I need to. And of course, if my condition changes or if it becomes critical, urgent, and emergency, I've been advised to call 111 or to go straight to the A&E. So at the moment, I just have to wait for that referral to come through. I'll get a letter or a phone call, and then I'll take things from there. So yeah, I'm quite pleased and satisfied with that. So I just have to wait and take things from there, really. After a couple of weeks, I finally got my appointment. So I'm on my way to see the doctor. One thing I will say is that in the UK, a patient is allowed to choose where they want to go to receive their care. However, this is not always possible. Depending on the care that you need, you may need to go to a specific hospital or clinic. So in my case, I was able to pick where I wanted to go. So here I am at the hospital in the waiting area. But of course, I can't show you everything for obvious reasons. So just waiting for my name to be called, and then I'll be able to go into the consultation room to see the doctor. So time for a coffee break.
This is a Great Western Railway service to